We are live, people. Hello,
Hello,
hello, hello.
hello.
Hope everybody's doing wonderful. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. I think we're the only people that say Happy Monday. Because usually we're like, oh my God, it's Monday.
I know. I must
You're trying to.
confess. I say it because of my coworker Natasha, who always uses happy this and happy that. So uh, you know, everything's happy. So, anyways,
Happy.
welcome, welcome. We hope everybody's doing well. We hope there's the notification
Am I
that
supposed
we
to be
are
looking?
live. No, we're live.
We're live.
You can tell we're
We're
live.
live.
So we're there. You go. There's the notification.
Mary.
Mary, 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 Mary.
Where are you, Mary?
So yep, we're live in YouTube. Road Rash in the house.
Whoop, whoop. Radra.
What's going on? How's it going?
How's the weather?
Oh, I got it. Road Rash in the house. I'm gonna clap for her, dude. So of
We're live.
course,
We're live.
the Doberman
Has been
not.
quiet.
Is it? I figured that dogs are like kids.
Yes.
You know when the kids are not even talking to you,
Right.
and it's not until you start having a conversation that they all want to talk to you.
They remember everything that they want to say.
I think that's how it goes on with the dogs too. Mary says in Maryland, boo. Though good to see my puppies and family.
Oh, that's true.
The snow
No,
is melting.
Snow. The warm.
And it's warming up. It's 40 out today.
That is warmer for you.
You know, the weirdest thing happened today in Florida. All of a sudden, last night we started getting rain. Then it woke up kind of humid, not as hot as all the day. Then we have rain all day. And apparently it's part of our cold front. So the temperature started going down. And supposedly tomorrow we're going to wake up on the 50s. I just don't get it. Miss Sheila, how are you?
Miss Sheila.
Miss you. We've been missing you in the last few live streams. I hope everybody is well.
Gosh.
And everything is going well with you guys. Let me bring my other screen. Whoop, there it is.
Whoop, there
so,
it is.
Anyways, so tonight we're gonna be talking some epic. We're gonna talk about some Disney news. We're gonna talk about some merchandise that being released. Most importantly, we're gonna you know what we're celebrating this week?
What are we celebrating?
If you look in the background, if you look in the thumbnail, I have the Tree of Life in Animal Kingdom for a reason. Because this Saturday is the 25th anniversary of Animal Kingdom. Time flies. Time flies. Rodra says my husband is in Georgia training, and he said he went running outside and had to stop. It was so hot. We've officially acclimated to Alaska. Yeah, it is hot.
It's hot though.
It is hot.
We went on Saturday. Khalil had a track meet. Woo.
I overheated. That was ridiculous.
It was bad.
I couldn't believe that I overheated in low 90s.
Yeah, it was bad. But the sun was beaming. I'm just thankful that Kyla wasn't really running that day.
Yeah.
Because it was brutal.
So
even Khalil, who's a thrower, was having difficulties.
I know. We are on the road of 4,000 subscribers. So if you happen to be brand new, consider subscribing. Also, smash that like button while you're at it in YouTube. That way, that helps us out. We are, I think, about 26 subscribers away.
Oh my gosh.
And a couple of barkers away from 4,000 subscribers on the road of 4,000 by or before our 4th year anniversary.
I hope.
So we're very excited. But
how many years is Animal Kingdom celebrating?
25.
I was gonna say it would have been awesome. 24.
25. Carol is in the house.
Carol. Hola.
Saying, hola, happy Monday. It's so cold in Chicago. It was 80 on Saturday and today's on the
Who understands this weather?
Crazy, right? Raymond, what's going on? Crazy. Feels like Animal Kingdom just opened a few years ago.
It sure does.
I feel the same way. I mean, I feel the same way. It's like when they broke down the news, it was like, what the heck? 25 years already? Mary says, I'm actually shocked I didn't get burned. Maybe Florida sun is starting to like me a bit more. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you're already Floridian. Like, I don't.
Alaska is literally the
Last
last
Frontier.
frontier. Nice to visit. Will never recommend to live here, although they do pay you $3,200 per family member yearly
Oh
to stay.
wow, really?
Yeah, because they want to keep the population. I get it. I get it,
Wow.
but you're not the first one that has said it either. So,
Yeah, I want to go visit. I don't think I could live there. It's
no,
beautiful, but I don't think I could live there. It's too cold.
call us weird. 8 o'clock, we're having coffee. I told you these live streams are gonna turn with coffee, or depending the subject. I may end up with some alcohol. Although for alcohol and live stream, I need my partner in crime, Mary. Which, by the way, that moonshine that Mary and I drank in Hollywood studios, it was the bomb. Like I legit can. That moonshine for me is like the ocean attack in Universal. Like you know when you go and you're like, I must have
That's
this
a drink.
drink.
That's a drink for.
That's the drink. This is
Got
the
it.
way. All right, people. So today we're gonna talk about everything. Yes, I might get a little bit political simply because even though I'm avoiding the subject, things continue to heat up, and I told you it was gonna happen.
I'm the emoji
So
that goes like
we are gonna be talking roughly about what happened
briefly.
today in Disney. Briefly, I'm sorry. I need more of that blackberry moonshine lemon. It was delicious. Highly recommended if you go to
You must like lemonade.
just a hater.
I don't like lemonade.
You know, just don't listen to Gary. You're just hating. Anyway,
I ain't hating.
boom. Here's how we're gonna start. Um, according to Sinus, this is back in April 13. We're gonna talk about some epic universe. A crane has been positioned next to what is rumored to be the constellation carousel at Epic Universe, potentially for the new white and gray structural pieces. So this is how it looks, which according to the concept art, it looks like a very unique carousel too. So that's it for that. Then moving right along, an overall review of what is rumored to be the Monster and Dark Universe land. And I guess that we can no longer call it a rumor. I don't know if it's sinus or we'll look into it soon. But somebody posted a picture of the actual monster statues that were used either at Monsters Cafe or when they did that tribute on the Sahara store. The actual monster figure that were already they're transported to Epic
Oh, nice.
Universe. So I guess that we can start confirming it.
But that's Monsterland.
But according to this is I guess Monsterland. Once again, nothing confirmed but rumor.
Rumor has
I
it.
want to say who was. It was a Sinus that said it. I totally forgot who said it. Oh, I think it was them. Okay, Super Nintendo World. Look how dope. By the way, we just saw. Well, yesterday we decided to do what we barely do. First of all, everybody but Karen rested because Karen worked. Second of all, we decided to do a double feature in the movies. So we have promised the kids that we were gonna watch Scream 6, but I was dying to see Mario Bros. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, I don't regret watching both
No,
movies.
if you haven't watch it yet, you need to go.
If I was obsessed with Super Nintendo World after watching this movie, which in my opinion, best animated movie ever made. I said it, ever made. So if I were Disney right now, I told Karen in the middle of the movie, I will be extremely nervous.
It's understandable. Once you see it, it's understandable why it took why it took Frozen down.
Illuminations finally got the hit that they were looking for, and Disney right now is not looking good. I am telling you, if I'm Disney, if I'm a shareholder,
I'll be shaking in my boots.
I'm not gonna be talking to Iger about what are the plans. I want to know what Iger is gonna do about stopping Universal from being number one. If I'm at this point as a competitor, Disney can A, feel embarrassed, or B, say, hey, you know what? You guys did it. You guys did an outstanding job. Super Nintendo, oh, I'm sorry, Mario Bros. Was again the best
It's a
movie.
good movie. To
I
the point that I wanted to come home and like redo my living room because that part of the living room I did a mural that's um Mario for Mario, and then the back wall, like the long wall, is like empty with a couple of picture frames. I want to do the whole
yeah,
wall Mario.
we got I got out of that movie wanted to do Super Nintendo World in Universal Hollywood and wanting to play Mario
Yeah,
Kart.
Mario Kart.
I was Super Mario Bros. I'm dying now to
Even
just get my
Luigi's Mansion.
it was so detailed, well done. Anyways, if you have not
If you
watched
haven't
it,
gone,
please
you should
do
go.
so. Do
You should
yourself
definitely.
a favor, do it. You will thank us later. Michila say they have real moonshine in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Y'all need to visit. You don't need to give me more excuses to go to Gatlin, Tennessee. I am dying to
Yeah.
go Gatlinburg. I'm sorry to go to Gatlinburg. Uh, Mary said, just don't get the cherry
Is
blossom.
that the
I
one that I tried?
the second one. Yeah, I didn't care
The
about
first
that.
one or the second one?
The second one.
Oh, I didn't try that one.
Yes, you did. You didn't like it.
I didn't like the first one
They
either.
have Munchen store with free sample. You're speaking my language, Michela. That's like visiting,
He's like, we're booking.
visiting Mexico and getting samples of tequila. And your boy over here knows how to get samples. Like I asked Karen, I could go to
Every store.
Puerto Mexico and I get sample of. I have the people have open bottles that are not meant for samples, just for me to try after I talk to them for a little bit, like legit. So I am glad to hear that. I definitely have to look into that, especially with Disney Huge Strange World flop. Though you're right,
Well,
it
I mean,
was a super bad.
But it flopped. Like Disney never.
Because they suck.
But they never did anything with it. Like it came out and nobody knew it came
Because
out.
they cut their marketing dollar on the media aspect. So you don't. Now is when you're finally seeing more advertisement about Disney Plus and all that. But a lot of the movies they cut that advertisement. I'm excited they have that on 4DX here too. Definitely,
You have to watch it. You have to watch it. If you like Mario,
movie.
all the sound effects and everything.
Oh my!
It was
goodness.
amazing.
So this picture over here gets me super thrilled and excited.
I'm glad that it's so much bigger than the one in California.
So.
Oh.
So this is what I was referring. This photo from late November 2022 shows the bone-chilling monster statue staged at an Epic Universe parking lot. It said the Dark Universe land. Very unlikely. That's what they're saying. But by the way, this is the employees' parking lot. But that's what they're referring to.
Oh yeah. No, that's the one from Monsters Cafe.
Right.
Because look, the werewolf's holding a pizza.
So they transported it over there. Let me see what else. Bio Reconstruct have posted. This is a part I like about Bio Reconstruct because they're capturing a lot of the flaws that Disney is not catching. If you have been watching our videos lately in Universal, we're actually saying Universal's doing it correctly. I mean, the fact that they're maintaining their buildings and doing different things is amazing.
Yeah.
Yet, look, broken concrete problems at the monorail support near the Seas Pavilion.
That's not good. How no one caught that yet?
Yeah, so Bio Reconstruct spends time looking at the different aspect on the theme parks. This is a picture back on 2004. They're just letting know everything how it was back then. I think it was them that posted something else in the park. Let me see if I find it. By the way, this is the newest SeaWorld roller coaster that hasn't opened yet. Pipeline. So they actually got us a picture. Shout out to Bio Reconstruct again.
Cecilia, how's it going?
Cecilia's in the house. What's going on? They do have other shots over here. Actually, when when the hurricane happened, they're the one that had the shot of how flooded the dockside and
That was
Surfside was.
insane.
Um, I'm trying to find that picture because they did post something recently about the Magic Kingdom. This is some of the things. See, so these are some of the things that we already talked about.
The
Um,
balloon ladies.
oh,
They had a picture of the balloon ladies.
yeah. Actually, and then we talked yesterday, last week, about how Kirkman is gonna look with the opening of Epic Universe, but this is the mess that is happening right
Oh
now, close
gosh,
to Sun Lake. So
that
this
looks
is
horrible.
right in front, almost. This is between Kirkman, Sun Lake, and right in front of Epic Universe. This side is Epic Universe. So if you drive through that, that's this mess is what you're gonna find.
I can see the park being done before the street though.
Yeah, and over here they're doing a good job. Look, number one, uh, shoot, right here. I'm so sorry. This is Epic Boulevard. This is for day guest parking. Number two is the hotel access. This is right over here. Number three is the park entrance. Number four is what they believe is Donkey Kong roller coaster. Number five is How to Train the Dragon, and number six is the former track staging of of Coaster in Dragonland. That's basically what they're showing us over here. So I better look. Pretty interesting. Carol is saying, when did they say that open? It looks like they're moving fast to get it done. They say 2025 that they haven't done anything specific, said any month specifically. I'm speculating already because of people that I know inside construction. The goal is by spring. This is the hotel. Universal is really shooting for spring, early spring
Makes
of
sense though.
2025. To start doing what they call the soft opening and then officially open it like uh, right before, like at the beginning of summer,
It makes
as,
sense.
as they will normally do.
All right.
Just like VillainCon, the target day is the beginning of June. Again, I this is speculated. This is what is being told by friends of mine that work in that park. Beginning of June is the target opening. The latest by July 4 for Wellington. But we all know what happened with the mummy,
It goes down.
last year. You know what I mean? Things fell behind
Yeah.
and they had to stretch it. But yeah, this a lot of cool stuff you can find on Twitter by either Sinus or by Reconstruct. They do an amazing job. And anyway, I don't find the picture I wanted, but I just I wanted you to see a little bit. All right, let's go to my guy Scott Gustin. Scott Gustin is one of these bloggers.
Bloggers.
Yeah, he works directly with the contacts in Disney. So a lot of things that happen in Disneyland before it gets released by Disney parks themselves, people like Scott and Brooke McDonald's, they already know it because it get released to them. They're like the journalists of Disney per se.
Right.
Okay. So it broke down today, and I just posted this just to remind people. Tomorrow is the first day where pass holders can visit the park after 2 p.m. without any park reservation, and except from Saturdays and Sunday in the Magic Kingdom. So that's starting tomorrow. But today broke the news. Well, yesterday, last night broke down the news where Governor DeSantis, it was going to be at Reedy Creek holding a press conference on what people believe it was going to be his plan. It was going to say his plan in regards of what he was going to do. Was he going to revoke the decision from the board? Um, we talked about last week when I think he was shooting from his hip in regards to, oh, I'm going to just put extra tolls.
I hope so.
I'm going to
Oh, no.
increase hotels.
He might not. He might not have been shooting
Taxes.
from his hip, but maybe all the backlash that he got, he's like, okay, never mind.
Yeah, because that
I won't do it.
honestly that wasn't mentioned today, and I think well whatever he does is going to get backlash, including from yours truly over here, because it's costing us money. Originally, he said, I am entering over here for whatever reason, and I promise you, it's not going to cost taxpayers money.
Yeah, right.
Every time that the guy goes over there and stands in front of a camera to talk about Disney, it's costing me money.
Yeah.
Because not, not whether I voted for him or not, whoever voted for him, the way I see it, I vote for any politician to represent me, not to go into a silly battle with a company. You know what I mean?
Right.
I hire you for a job, and now you got your own agenda. That's the way I look at it. But more interesting, what he said he was gonna do, and and I encourage you to look it up and listen to him and the nonsense sense. But he even said someone even said maybe you need another state prison. So he's actually hinting about maybe I build a new prison and close to Disney. And I feel like saying, and how is that going to damage Disney? This is when I start scratching my head and saying, you said this was not going to cost us any money. You promised you were going to do the best for the Florida residents. And now imagine the property value. Because Disney it's Disney, of course, but you're hurting property value at this point. You're messing with
why would you want to put a prison
value,
like
because you gotta be a small-minded person in order to do that. And then he goes ahead and I couldn't say it better than Scott. Like, and why Scott is saying this is because in one part of the press, he goes and claims that Disney has not been paying. Um, Disney has not been paying property taxes like they should have been paying.
Aren't they the highest paying tax? Like they pay the highest taxes in Florida.
So that's what he claimed that he said, right? And then Scott Gustin goes and said, if you have the facts on your side, pound the facts. If you have the law on your side, pound the law. If you have neither the facts nor the law, pound the table. Beautifully said by Scott Gustin. Because right now what he's saying, dude, you're just throwing a tantrum.
Yeah, but that's what everybody's saying at this point.
You don't have the law, and right now you're pulling facts from whatever the sun doesn't shine. Because you don't even know what you're talking about.
No, Disney is the highest paying taxes.
Why does this bother me too? Because also back last week I said it, even though I don't have no affiliation from either party, it's making me mad because, in my opinion, this kind of behavior is pulling this party away from a possibility of bringing a balance that is well needed in the country because of these silly decisions. So again, let's recap what Scott said. If you have the facts on your side, pound the facts. If you have the law on your side, pound the law. If you have neither the facts nor the law, pound the table. Very, very strong statement, but beautifully done. Okay, so then he goes and says, well, because remember, DeSantis claims that this is not retaliation. So apparently there's a law that says the fair rights inspection. And based on the fair right inspection, which is a law, it says the Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services has statewide responsibility to inspect all amusement rights in Florida, except for those at large parks that have more than 1,000 employees and full-time inspectors on staff. Okay? So, in other words, no theme parks theme parks are protected by this.
Right.
They're protected by this clause from the law. They come from the Department of Agriculture. So Florida requires state inspection of rights except for parks with 1,000 plus employee and its own inspector. The exception includes Walt Disney World, Universal, and SeaWorld. DeSantis claim new bill will require inspections only for theme parks in special districts. Other parks keep the exemption. So what are the theme parks on special district?
The other Disney ones.
Walt Disney World. But we cannot call this retaliation. I am dying to see Disney bringing this to the Supreme Court because it's just gonna slap him and anybody who, even if you're from our local, state Congress and you're supporting this nonsense, it's just gonna slap you left and right.
Yeah.
Because you are committing something, in my opinion, against.
But I mean, overall, this doesn't look good for him. If he's planning on running for presidency, this is not going to look good for him.
He's looking like
is this what you're going to do when you're running the country?
Like, so you're going to chase a big company? That's going to be your target?
So if I were him, I would just lay off and concentrate on the stuff that you need to concentrate.
Let's talk about what's happening in the state currently. 3 days ago, DeSantis actually call for a state of emergency in our city of Fort Lauderdale because it was flooded. I mean, don't you think that's a priority at this point? You called the emergency, you were there. How are you making sure the people in our state are safe, are being helped, they get everything that they need? That's a hell of a lot more important than me playing high school games with a company.
Right.
I am sorry. I don't care what party you want to support or not. I told you before, I still love you. I don't care about nonsense, especially when it's costing me money. Every time that he stands in the camera and says something ridiculous like that, it's costing me money. And I do have a problem. Cecilia says, sounds like he's having a temper tantrum. Yes, he is.
He is. And then if you read, I was reading Facebook posts on it, even the people that voted for him, they're saying you're throwing a tantrum. Dude, move on. At this point. So I think at this point he just needs to move on, but he's not going to. He's trying to say that.
Well, I'm going to go because, I don't hold back. By the way, if you ever see something in Twitter, that's me. It's not Karen. But I don't hold back.
Have hard enough keeping up with Instagram.
I don't hold back. I call people out. I call DeSantis. I shown you before. I call Iger. I don't care. I call them out. And it's not about what I said about calling him out. It's this over here. So Walt Disney World Magic.com says Disney provides numbers and facts to refute Florida Governor Ron DeSantis' rationale for his attempt hostile takeover of Reedy Creek. So when we go over here, by the way, what we have to do is scroll down here. Alex Farnworth happens to be a reporter who actually works with our local channel, Channel 13, who try to get information from Disney. And at this point, Disney has not answered to DeSantis at all. However, Disney did share, it says it over here, other information Walt Disney World provided today is that Walt Disney World is the largest single site employer in the United States.
Not even just here.
Walt Disney World, oh crap.
Way to go.
Okay, Walt Disney World paid a collected 1.146 billion in state and local taxes during 2022. They did actually do 30.4 million in donations throughout 2022 to support the community. That's basically Disney sort of answering him but not answering him. Also, if I'm not mistaken,
that's just Disney showing facts.
That's Disney. Yeah.
Here you go.
That's Disney speaking facts. They're not throwing the tantrum. I want to say, was it on these? And of course, wdwmagic.com. I want to give them the credit. They have a bunch of followers. Um, what they also said, I don't know if it was. Let me see if it was in this one as well. Um, but I want to say they, no. I'm trying to read at the same time. So they saying, speaking at the Reedy Creek Improvement District headquarters near Disney Spring today, the Santa frequently talk about Disney not paying its fair share of taxes and how they will change under his new district management. Disney points out that in 2022, they paid that amount of $1 billion in state and local taxes, making the Walt Disney Company the largest single taxpayer in Central Florida. Referring to the governor's comment in the Disney appraises its own property. So he went and said, oh, yeah, Disney appraises its own property, kind of like leading people to believe that Disney is cheating, right?
They're hiding numbers.
Disney says all property in the district, including all Disney property, is assessed annually by Orange County tax assessor or the Osceola County tax assessor as applicable.
Yeah, depending on where you're at. Because Animal Kingdom's under Osceola or Orange.
So Disney doesn't do it. The government does it. The state does it. So again, Disney is matching them with facts. But
it's kind of sad that the governor of Florida doesn't know that.
It's embarrassing. It is embarrassing, Karen.
You would think you would know. This is your state.
Let's concentrate on this. Let me go back to Scott point over here for a second. Let's talk about this. According to this, if you have more than 1,000 employees, you basically conduct your own inspection. According to DeSantis, the state is going to start doing those inspections in the district. I want everybody to see it this way. How many accidents do we hear on theme parks? Fatal accidents that happen in a theme park. Okay?
They happen, but not as common as you would think.
Well, not fatal, right?
Right.
And if it happens, they have a good amount of detail and records of other inspections.
Right.
So I want everybody right now to think about it like this, including yourself. The Orlando Eye, I gotta go there. I have to go there. Orlando Eye doesn't have more than 1,000 employees. Orlando Eye doesn't have their own inspectors, which means who inspected?
The state.
The state inspected that machinery where unfortunately that kid passed away. So now I have a double problem, because do I want to put my life at risk and my family life at risk after what happened in Orlando Eye, knowing the state is the one who inspects that?
Right.
Versus at Disney?
I would assume the state inspects it with Disney to begin with.
I knowing Disney, that's probably what
because for food, we get inspected by Disney and by state.
Yeah.
So I don't see how the state's not inspecting.
I'm waiting for Disney to just answer. And Disney, they're probably gonna remain quiet. Let him.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Let him think that he has the.
I think Disney right now is just gonna let it. Just wait till it goes to court and then just send their hound dogs after them. You know what I mean? Like
right.
Like they're not really gonna. They're not gonna get into this fight.
But am I?
No, you're totally right. Wrong? That's why I don't see. I mean, I don't work in. I've never worked in attractions, but I would if we get walked by two people in foods, I would really assume that we get walked by two people on attractions.
You get your own inspector,
and then the state comes and inspects
your own state.
Right, because we do that for foods. In foods, we get our own people inspect, and then we get inspected by the state.
That is
why
correct.
would that not happen for attractions? Like
that is correct. And as a matter of fact, Disney food inspection are actually stricter.
Harder than the state.
Harder than the state.
Yes,
and that's a fact. That's a fact.
Anytime we would get walked by our people, we would be like, "Oh my god, please!" And then when stay, we're like, "Oh, it's a stay." Like,
Yeah. So now tell me, guys, do you feel more comfortable knowing that the state is the one who inspected the Orlando Eye? By the way, they had to demolish it because they couldn't reopen it. And they're the one who inspect those machinery, or somebody like a Disney. I mean, I that crossed my mind the minute I read that. I said, "Holy crap! I don't trust the state." I personally, hello, I gotta trust this guy. Look, he is the state, and I have to trust this.
I don't know.
Look at this face. This is the
I
face
mean,
that
that's.
only a mother can love right now.
I mean, he's got
No,
pretty eyes.
I mean he has pretty
He
eyes,
has pretty
but
eyes.
the pouty face that he has all the time is the face that only a mother can love.
I mean,
Right now, you know what I mean? And he's the state, and I cannot freaking trust him. Imagine inspector. So
I don't really.
I don't know. To each their own. That's basically another mess. Hopefully next week they give us a break.
I hope
Watch
so.
it.
I hope so.
Watch Disney next week coming with
Oh my goodness.
with I found you something that has better eyes than this.
Beautiful, yeah.
Mary said, well, as I said earlier, just one.
Just what I want. The government looking at safety. Sorry, she's saying it sarcastically. Yeah, like that's not gonna like.
Yeah. So
let's switch subjects.
I'm assuming that next week we will probably might hear something from Disney.
I don't think. I really don't think.
DeSantis is gonna be pounding the table again.
If they say anything, it'll be like proving facts, but they're not gonna go against them.
I can talk. I didn't even have moonshine.
Sure.
She said she can't even talk right now. Now talking about Iger said that he was open for a phone call. That was before. That was over the weekend. I think it was one of the magazines asking a question on what's going on, and Iger said, "Hey, my phone is open. I'm ready for a phone call if DeSantis wants to just do that phone."
Yeah, they're not gonna get in a political fight. They're not gonna get in a fight in front of the world. You know what I mean? Like Disney said what they said, and now they're like, you know what? We're just gonna stay quiet. If it goes to wherever it needs to go, then our lawyers are gonna take care of it.
And there's records to prove it. As a matter of fact, all the thing about the taxes, I gotta look it up because I found them once. But there's who did it? I think it was Provost. Provost did something about the taxes last year, and he was able to showcase everything that Disney pays. So, but me and Sheila said, I want that popcorn bucket so bad.
I know, it's pretty.
Mary said, Toothless, he's so adorable. He's currently sitting on my desk next to me. So
she's petting him.
I found you something better with
a lot cuter eyes.
A lot cuter eyes than DeSantis, and this is a better face than DeSantis.
Of course. Cecilia, I need it.
So
I need it.
For $29.99, you're able to find Toothless, and Mary.
Oh my gosh.
Mary got me a picture earlier, a few days ago. Yesterday, my bad. Yesterday, where they have a bunch, but they were moving fast, and you can move the wings, and
That's
the
cute.
eyes lit up at night or in the dark. Not
He's
at
so
night.
cute.
It just lit up. But he's so darn
He's a
cute.
cutie.
I wouldn't be heartbroken having this popcorn bucket.
We need a shelf just for buckets.
Because he is freaking
I really need to redo this
adorable. And just so you guys know, these came from Japan. And I've been telling you, Japan is killing it when it comes to merch.
I hope they bring more.
I hope they bring more. I hope they bring more. Now, talking about safety, Universal files a patent for new safety restraint system. Basically, they're thinking that they either gonna reduce some of the rights, or something like this may be coming for Epic Universe. But it says it's a support bar mounted system and method of minimum close indicator for ride vehicle. It described a crossbar shaped restraint and a system that can be detect if the restraint has reached its minimum closed position on a rider. The pattern includes various ways that the system will be let a ride operator know that the restraint is not in a good position. A flap on the side of the ride seat will indicate when the restraint has hit the minimum closed position, something that a Florida inspector will not be able to tell. But once again, shout out to Universal for attempting, not
Well, they're not
attempting,
gonna. They don't need to worry about.
for bringing a way for its team members to identify the safety of
Right.
the riders. The patent also describes how different rides move in variety of ways, stating that the rides dynamic movement operations may include, for example, lateral translation movement spins, helical spins, slides in, or contrary to the direction of the movement of the right vehicle. Periods of rapid acceleration and deceleration, transitions into reverse, sharp turns, or combination thereof. It is thus important that the passenger be safely restraining a seat so the passenger is prevented from being ejected from the seat due to the dynamic movement operation of the right vehicle. All I could think of, Mary, is a specific group
Oh, geez.
that will argue with us in regards to safety. I had to say it, people. I had to say it. Unfortunately for us plus size people, we always ask the question as of why they do certain things certain ways, and Universal is describing in this patent the reason why they gotta do
What
this
they gotta do?
safety procedure. But in certain group, if you mention the word safety, you may be kicked out of the group. Dun dun dun. But other than that, gluten free. Good evening. Hope you're doing well. So be careful with some of the plus size groups out there and how you express your concern about safety, because I can assure
Sound
you,
like it.
you will not be safe. You will not be safe.
Anyway.
Okay.
Mary said, I don't eat popcorn, but this was one of the first ones I was like, was in need. He is in
Mary
need.
said that
Yeah.
from the
Yeah.
get-go. So it's kind of cool to see. Jeremy, what's going on? Hello to you, my friend. It's kind of cool
Hello,
to see
Jeremy.
how Universal is moving forward with changing their safety in a way that they can ensure people, safety.
That's kind of scary though. If they have to have all that restraint, I don't know that I'll get on it. I'm like, never mind. I'll stay right here.
Right.
Where my feet are touching the floor.
I gotta ask you a question. Who inspected this vehicle?
Universal doesn't have to worry about that.
Universal doesn't have to worry about it.
Universal will still have their own inspectors.
So a decade-long Harry Potter series adaptation announced for Max. So HBO Max is gonna bring a Harry Potter series now. So for all my Harry Potter fans out there, just know that this is coming. And you can look it up.
That music alone. Yeah, I was gonna say that music alone.
I'll be right.
Miss Sheila says, I can't wait.
Sheila.
I'm sure Kyla can't wait. I'm sure if it's a series, I'll be able to like sit through it.
Yeah, I don't know.
If it's a movie, I can't sit through a regular movie. I was surprised that I was able to do 2 movies yesterday.
Well, they're saying that the author of the series, J.K. Rowling, is set to executive produce the series. So you guys know more about that than I do at this point.
Mary said, I'll watch that before Star Wars.
Mary, really?
Leave Star Wars alone.
Leave it alone, exactly.
You with Star Wars, him with the Santi.
The TV show is new and exciting, but we've been in the Harry Potter business for 20 years. This isn't a new decision. We're comfortable being in the Potter business. JK is a very online is a very online conversation. It's a very nuanced and complicated and not something we're going to get into. Our priority is what's on screen. The Harry Potter story is incredibly affirmative and positive about love and acceptance, and that is our priority. What's on screen. So there you go for all my Potter fans. Moving right along, we talked about that last week, but now you're able to do engraving on your one. I want to do a cool case adventure.
That'll be nice.
Cool case. That would be dope.
And Sheila says they're going to include more from the books. That's awesome. I think Kyla's read some of the books.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. So when do I need to turn my permission slip and pre-arrange absence from in to Karen so she can approve us going? Hey, you always have my approval, Jeremy.
Jeremy, I don't need no permission.
First of all, you guys didn't do it last year, did you? You guys missed. I think last year was
missed last year.
Yeah, last year was the first year you guys missed.
Yeah, well, I mean, because of
you.
No, Jeremy. we couldn't agree on the schedule. So like there was a couple of things in the week that he had to attend to. Normally, Jeremy and I go during the week, or maybe a Friday. But then
Jeremy, whenever.
Then there were Fridays that I had events, so I couldn't go. So anyway, that's what happened between. But Jeremy and I have been going to horror nights. We call it as a date. We have a boys' night. Damn, now for like what, Jeremy? Possibly like a good maybe 12, 13 years that Jeremy and I go together.
You've been doing it since we've been dating.
Right. Well, I've always gone to horror nights.
Yeah, but I think since we've been dating, you would always go with him.
Yeah, Jeremy and I.
So you've been doing like 20 years.
20 years.
20 years.
Easily. 20 years where Jeremy and I just go and big random nights and show up and do our thing. So
it's like because I remember you saying I'm gonna go with Jeremy. So
yeah. See, 20 plus years if you count the year we worked there. Why are you saying like that? I'm gonna go with Jeremy. Me and Jeremy are always together.
Like peace. Like
oh, okay. Oh yeah, I will say hey, I'm going on during the week with Jeremy. Yeah, it's usually during the week. Jeremy and I go because we try to pick the nights that
it's not that busy too.
It's not that busy. We could do things, and usually Jeremy meets me there, just like me, after work.
Right, you go straight over there.
We go straight over there. But last year we had conflicts in our schedule. We gotta make it this year, Jeremy. You know, we gotta make it a couple more times this year.
You gotta make up for last year.
Yeah, exactly. Mary said I'm iffy on how the show is going to even be.
Yeah.
I need to get an engraved one. Definitely, Miss Sheila. Do you know if you can bring a one previously purchased? I believe so. If I'm not mistaken, you can. I think I read that somewhere. Let me see if they said over here, but I read it. So the engravings are priced at $30 and can be picked at Virgin and Burke's in Universal Studio after 45 minutes. Estimated time. There's no discount.
It's a however, so maybe you just roll the part that says.
However, any applicable discount may be used for the one. So the engraving have a maximum limit of 11 characters. Letters only, with your name or any Harry Potter character's name. You know.
Sheila said nope, so maybe she already knows what you're saying. You have to buy a new one.
On the engraving will be towards the handle or in the middle, depending on the style. No engravings. No. There you go. So no engravings can be done on old Ollivander's original, non-interactive or popular ones. All others are eligible. Guests may not engrave a one they already possess. So yes, you have to buy a new one. There you go.
And it can't be what? Which ones can you engrave? It can't be the originals. It can't be the non-interactive. What are the popular ones?
I don't know.
Like the popular?
It's just the ones that
the specific ones that they have. So that must mean that they're made out of different wood.
Right. Mary said can't wait for HHN. Jeremy said, yeah, I can go to bed now. My life is good. All right, buddy. Cecilia said, "Well, that
Yeah,
sucks."
I'm assuming it's because of the wood. So they made one specific with the wood. The wood has to be either thicker or not as thick, so they can engrave it.
But if I'm able to, Cecilia, who knows? We may do a giveaway. I don't know. So we go crazy about giving stuff that people want. Um, this is
That's what I
happening in
thought.
Japan. So photos and video meeting a baby dragon, Niffler, and I don't know how to say this.
Pygmy.
Pygmy Puff in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter on Universal Studio Japan. So
And we need to go to Japan.
this is a new thing that you could do over there. I'm telling you, Japan is bringing the fire, and we're sleeping on it here in the U.S.
They're just making us want to go over there. I think that's what they're trying to do.
They are.
Right. They're
And
trying to like.
What's crazy is I'm telling you, we train Japan. Universal Orlando staff was sent to Japan to help opening the park and train them.
The same thing with Disney.
They legit hand selected managers and employees who were there for a year plus working with Japan. And now Japan is teaching us how
I was
to
gonna
do
say now
things.
Japan can train us.
But this does look pretty dope, awesome, and outstanding. And I'm not even a Harry Potter fan, and I want to just take a picture with this thing.
Yeah.
So, shout out to Japan that continues to bring the fire, man. And I feel that we could benefit on this so bad right now, especially during the busy season. So there he goes. Moving right along, Sheila say awesome, by the way. Collectible
Putty
line debuts Weasley Wizard Wizards. Blah blah blah.
Say that 3 times.
In Diagon Alley and Universal Studios, Florida. Nope. So now you could buy this. And they're priced at $20. So
it's a little expensive.
Moving right along. I saw this and I said, what happened to E.T.? But I guess the E.T. has survived the Armageddon of construction walls, just so you know.
Where is E.T.?
Because out of nowhere, all of this showed up from yesterday until today. So the construction walls around the entrance of E.T. Adventure, and basically that's how you enter now.
Through the exit?
No, it's the same entrance, but...
No, it's the exit.
This is
unless they're moving you to the other side.
They're probably moving you.
They divided the store.
Yep. So this is how it is looking as of now.
Man, and ET can't go anywhere.
This is what I keep saying that we
maybe they're getting it ready for Halloween.
I don't know about that. I honestly keep saying the Halloween, this is going to be used as an exit. You're not going to be, in my opinion, you're not going to be able to use this as an entrance. That's just my humble opinion as usual. Mary said, I thought the same until I read it. Danielle almost got a oh no from me until I read it. Yeah. Moving right along, now we're shifting back to Disney. We talk about the 25th anniversary. If I'm not mistaken, Karen, this merchandise is coming as of Friday. So treat yourself with 25th anniversary inspired merchandise. So here's some of the merchandise celebrating the 25th anniversary of Animal Kingdom.
Hey, what's his name? Kevin.
Oh,
that's pretty.
That's a cool launch flag. Some of these desserts are already out because the whole deal is that they're going to celebrate the 25th anniversary plus Earth Day, and they're going to be available throughout the week all the way into Sunday, even though Earth Day is on Saturday. So some of this is already out.
That's like pure sugar.
But this one is debuting throughout Disney Animal Kingdom, exclusive on April 22nd. Now, we have bought exclusive desserts in Animal Kingdom before, and things like this is like Karen said.
That's just pure sugar.
Nothing but sugar, and I'm not even
interested. Even the kids like take that whole frosting and just put it out.
you're gonna be able to enjoy some of the photo pass services exclusive for that week.
Yeah, that's where it was in the line.
Mm-hmm.
Where all the goats, I guess there's a section where the goats go, and if they're in that section, you can't touch them. All the goats were in that section.
Oh, great.
Yeah, one came out, and then I think almost quickly went back in. Like, we're done. Like,
Like,
stop
they're
petting
not
us.
touching,
Yeah.
Moving right along, the Muppets are also going to be in Disney Animal Kingdom to celebrate the park's 25th anniversary. So you're going to be able to see Animal and Kermit. And they actually released a video. This was that listing. There's Kermit talking, and that's basically how they broke the announcement. So they said, join Kermit the Frog, and Animal as they celebrate Earth Month and the park 25th anniversary with an unforgettable adventure in Disney Animal Kingdom. Also, Mickey and Minnie are going to be wearing special attire. I want to say that they're wearing
Safari.
no, not safari. It's like African,
Oh, nice.
like an African attire. It almost looked like the one that similar. I'm not saying it's the same one, but the ones that they wear in Sama or the Animal Kingdom,
Right.
that kind of like
The traditional.
African. So that's basically what they're gonna be winning.
Mary said, also, most of those they kept whole, so the frosting is just hard as rock instead of letting them. They use a lot of their dessert, so they don't go bad. It's a lot of dessert. I don't understand. I mean, I know they're trying to make them Instagrammable, like make them pretty enough for Instagram, but they need to like dial down the sweetness.
And I also think that they may have like a new light show on the tree house, which I'll see. I gotta talk to Andrea from Disney. I know she already tried some of the dessert. They were like, okay. But this whole thing is hilarious, how they go around.
Desserts are not usually like the best.
And this must be super cool to like them in there.
Yeah.
So I mean, Disney's smart when it comes to these things. They know Muppets have their own audience, and a lot of people love the Muppets. So shout out to them. I'm surprised they didn't bring Miss Piggy too.
True. But they probably want the animal because animal.
Because animal, yeah. But there you go. This
and
is
they have to bring Kermit.
So these are according to these,
That's cute.
they are gonna be somewhere in Animal Kingdom where you could actually see them. Then you got Coda, Kenai, Brother Bear. Kenai, yeah. Kenai. But Brother Bear Earth Week Flotilla returns to Disney Animal Kingdom. So again, these are special appearances. Also, she already came back. The Divine Blooms for Earth Week at Disney Animal Kingdom. And it's beautiful.
She's amazing, yeah.
To see her in person is beautiful.
She's more noticeable now, but
yeah, because normally she doesn't have the flowers.
Right.
So, Andrea was in Animal Kingdom. She actually posted her. So she's also made a return. And then they announced yesterday.
Yep.
They are also gonna be in Animal Kingdom. So this morning we found they are already Baloo, Tinkerbell, and Fawn. So guests can find characters meeting throughout the day in the Tree of Life gardens across the Big Safari Creation Comforts location. So they're already out. So very rare character too.
Yeah, especially her.
So
I don't think she's ever been out.
We started. I'm confused though. So Disney made the announcement not too long ago that Walt Disney World will start celebrating the 100-year celebration. And they actually announced that the celebration was going to be at Epcot. And we mentioned that as well, where we said that Epcot is going to end the year with special fireworks. So I'm assuming the idea was, okay, the 50th, we already had Harmonious.
Mm-hmm.
Now we got Epcot Forever, which is just flat out a disaster because people went there the first few days and now people are like bashing and I'm thinking to myself, hello.
Yeah.
For that you should have left Harmonious
Harmonious.
until they could create this
Harmonious is so pretty. I don't
um
know why they took
uh,
it down.
100-year fireworks. But then all of a sudden, these popped up. They never mentioned anything about Magic Kingdom or any other theme park.
They have to put
And
it in
then
Magic
all of
Kingdom.
a sudden, which we already been saying it from the get go, why wouldn't they
Have it in
involve
Magic Kingdom.
Walt Disney World and the Magic Kingdom, right? When they actually did that with Disneyland. So they removed the 50th and now they had the 100. So that's basically what they did,
Not for nothing, but Mickey looks like he's throwing up flowers.
right? So now we got the 100-year celebration.
Beautiful.
And my guess is that Walt Disney World is the one closing it, which we said that from the
Right.
get go. It said Disney outlines the next 6 months of Disney 100 Story World celebration plans for Walt Disney World. So you see, it said they have Epcot, Disney Years of Wonder, 100 Years of Wonder. So the Disney 100 finale kicks off at Epcot in September. New attraction experiences and fireworks. So I'm assuming by then that's when they're gonna have Figment, as part of the 100-year celebration.
Figment should be out already.
Figment should have been out this whole time.
Yeah.
Again, I'm just here adding my 2 cents of common sense as usual. But there you go. Epcot is the one closing it. So
But I'm sure they're gonna do something in Magic Kingdom to like divert the crowds, like they always
they
do.
have to do something.
Magic
because
Kingdom
Magic
has-
King- you know,
Epcot can't hold like everybody for that thing.
yeah, but they're trying to put the crowd back in Epcot because other than that, they just have festival. I, Epcot is very, very people love Epcot, but I tell you what, if you talk to a lot of the Floridians, and I may be wrong, or if you talk to family with children, Epcot is completely underrated. You could ask overrated. I'm sorry. You could ask any kid, "What's your favorite park?" and they're rarely gonna tell you
Oh,
Epcot.
they're never gonna say Epcot.
Now, adults will be like, "Oh, we love Epcot. Epcot is amazing." Epcot is not amazing. Epcot is the most boring park that
It's got all the alcohol.
Walt Disney World has. The only reason why people like Epcot because it had the most alcohol. There's a reason why Disney identify a way to just bring people back by having multiple festival. In the past, it used to be only the food and wine festival. That was it. And then they realized, crap, we
need more festivals.
We need more festival. Now now that they added Ratatouille,
festival for everything.
And now they have Guardian of the Galaxies with Cosmic Rewind, which is still the best ride on property. That's all that Epcot has. So when you go to come here to visit Walt Disney World, you probably go visit a couple of booths. You gotta do Cosmic Rewind
if you can.
If you get access. After that, what else do you do?
Epcot's like the rest day park.
Yeah. So, Cecilia said I gotta go, family. Have a good night. Have a good night, Cecilia. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
So that's Epcot for you. So that's what you see that they kind of push these amazing things, trying to push the crowd over there because they know. First of all, the Food and Wine Festival runs from July all the way to November. They already know that by September, Epcot is gonna be dead. Ain't nobody visiting. No, they're not gonna be visiting Epcot for anything.
No,
and they know that. Disney knows that. With that said, that's why they gotta push the Disney 100. And now you got Tron over Magic Kingdom. So you're right. I guess eventually they're gonna push something to Magic Kingdom. There's no way. I definitely prefer Epcot and Carlos. Yes, like Frozen sing along, but I also love the Frozen ride. And that's it. That's all that Epcot. Listen, Epcot only has
that ride's
Frozen.
Pretty cool.
They only have Frozen, Ratatouille, which is
Ratatouille,
which is cute.
Right.
and Cosmic Rewind.
So, well, they have Mission to
Missions to
Barf.
spend a lot of
Mission to
people.
Barf City.
Mission to Barf. Not a lot of people do it.
Yeah.
Um, other than that, what else? What else is in Epcot?
Nothing.
Tell me, convince me, change my mind.
Nothing.
Nothing
They have
at
Test
all.
Track.
Oh, Test Track, yeah, in Test Track.
They have.
That's it.
Soaring.
Soaring is not every.
Sorry.
Soaring is old at this point. Like
Yeah.
people don't. When you could go to Soaring in
They have
5
the
minutes,
land.
huh?
They have the land.
And a lot of people like that.
Kind of love the land. Living in the land.
Living in the land, which is yeah. I'm in a boat looking at plants.
That's a good ride to like.
Yeah, but you could do Epcot in a few hours, and you're like, okay, what's next?
That's what I'm saying. Epcot, it's like the half a day park where you just spend like that should be your rest day where you go, you do it, and then you go back to the hotel and chill in the pool.
I like Soaring, but you have to be in the right spot.
Yeah.
But again, this is what adults like. Go ahead and ask children.
They're like they're boring.
They're not. There is not. Rarely you're gonna find a kid that's gonna tell you that they want to go to Epcot.
I think Epcot wasn't meant for kids. I think it was meant for. I think that was the adult park.
I mean, when we started the YouTube channel, the kids used to ask us, "Do we really have to go to Epcot?"
Yeah, they hated going to Epcot.
Like they hated it with a passion. They will tell you, Epcot is boring. So the only way that I will convince Kyle and Kyle was that, but we're gonna try food. Okay, fine. Just focus on the food. And we're going back when they only had Test Track, Frozen, and that's it.
They had the Norway ride wasn't Frozen.
Well, it was Frozen. Still at that point was Frozen already. So the kids hate it. They hated Epcot. And still, the only way that you can convince the kids now is okay, we're gonna eat food and we're gonna do Cosmic Rewind. Okay, if we can. And I learned Spaceship Earth is not a roller coaster.
No, it's a horrible thing. I'm surprised that's still there.
I mean, she has a Carousel of Progress and Spaceship Earth. And the kids do not like the Spaceship Earth. The only way that I could convince Kyle and Kyle to go in the Spaceship Earth if it's below 10 minutes and it's hot as hell outside.
And they still don't do it.
Yeah, but if it's hot and we're overheating, they will tell you, okay, let's go because we need to cool off. And then you ought to see when we tell them when we tell them that they have to go and do figment of your imagination. Oh, they're like that. Do we really
likes to do it every now and then. When it's like 5 minutes, when we know it's like a walk on.
Yeah. Other than that, you ask them, they're like, okay, we're going to Epcot. Are we? Is there a new festival? No, there's no new festival. Are we riding Garden of the Galaxy? No. So why are we going?
Why are we going? For? Why?
What's the point? Are we meeting somebody?
Yeah.
No, I gotta check on that.
So do we have to go, or can you guys go?
That's and and by the way, yes, I know that now Kyla turned to be a teenager. Khalil is about to be a teenager. He's a preteen. But they've been saying the same reaction since they were little babies. I remember when we used to take them as kids. We're talking toddlers, and Khalil toddler, and obviously Kyla was maybe 5 or 6 years old. They will only go to meet characters.
And then Easter to do the Easter egg hunt.
And then after that,
to do hunts.
They will be like, "Can we go?"
Yeah. Are we done?
Raymond said we usually do half a day at Echo, then go to Disney Springs to shop and eat, then back at the night for fireworks. Definitely the rest day 5 hours. Definitely, it is not meant for children and family. There's a reason why they strive to add Guardian of the Galaxy. They did the Ratatouille. And now they're gonna open the walking experience for Moana.
They should have just done a ride.
I don't know why they did that. They should have done a freaking ride.
Get rid of Spaceship Earth and put Moana back there.
So
they have Nemo.
But Nemo is cute.
That whole section is cute
For little
for
kids.
kids.
Nemo is cute. But other than that,
Yeah, it's got its things, but you can still definitely do it in like half a day.
yeah.
Hey, hey,
What's going on?
Jesus
From
Atlanta,
Atlanta.
Georgia.
From Atlanta. So,
Right.
hey, dude, do you?
What's your favorite part?
Has it ever been? Come over here for a second.
Come join the conversation.
Because you always been a Disney person in terms of you have the blessing to be able to go to Disney. You know, since you were a little child. Has there ever been a time that you really want to go to Epcot?
No. I mean, like, kind of, but only for the arts festival.
For the festival.
Mm-hmm. And only the art festival.
And when Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardian of the Galaxy. So you don't think, in your opinion, that Epcot is a park made for children?
No. Maybe after like all the rides that they were thinking of is gonna come out, like Mary Poppins and Moana, maybe. But I wouldn't think it's for like our age. I would think it's for like the littler ones.
So who is Epcot for?
Adults.
Adults. There you go.
Why are you squinting? Like,
I don't know. I'm tired.
He's like,
he said it. You heard it from Carlo himself. So, Hollywood Studios is your favorite park. So it does make sense that they bring this Disney 100 of Wonder in September because they know they're not gonna have the crowds and they need to push crowds to Epcot. That was strategically done with that purpose. Moving right along, the Emporium dresses up for Disney 100. This doesn't come as a surprise to Karen and I. We're actually seeing exactly what we saw the first day of the celebration in Disneyland. This is exactly the same decor that they have in the Emporium in Disneyland and in Disney California Adventure. It's kind of cool that we're part of it. Something that we've been saying, you know, from the get-go. It should have happened from the get-go. They should have kept the 50th in a corner and then dedicate that.
They should have ended the 50th earlier.
And when we went, so when we went to Hollywood Studios, yeah, we did see that it was already decorated like this. Also, the characters are starting to show up, dress up in their 100 attire. They've been seen in the hotels, and today actually somebody posted a wedding in the wedding pavilion.
That makes sense.
Where Donald and Goofy they had their 100-year attire.
They look sharp for that wedding.
Mm-hmm. So now we're starting to see some of these characters debut in Disney 100 costume at Walt Disney World, and this is a van that normally they use from time to time to travel from resort to resort, and they went ahead and they wrapped it with the Disney 100 because Disney knows how to do it, and this is
they need to wrap their monorails.
The Goof, which we had the opportunity to take multiple pictures with him in California, and it was
characters in California are so much better. They're so much more interactive, like the character that we have right now working.
And then there's Pluto. Pluto only has the
medallion.
The medallion over here,
like a collar.
Yeah,
his collar. He has the
there.
Medallion.
You go. Super cute. So now we're starting to see the character. I am surprised that they didn't bring him to Magic Kingdom from the get-go. I am surprised they're only using it for these special occasions only. It has been confirmed that Mama Odie will actually be in Tiana's Bayou. This was not, people were not 100% sure, but you know what?
Mama Odie has to be there.
Disney released this concept art that basically says Mama Odie will be there.
She has to be.
So
it's not Tiana without Mama Odie.
Then also Tiana's Bayou Adventure to feature dozens of brand new audio animatronics and new original character. This actually came honestly as a surprise because originally nothing was said. People thought that they were gonna leave the majority of the animals as animatronic, but now some permits have been put. That it lead us to believe they're gonna add a bunch of the characters
Well, they kind
from
of have to.
I almost said Tiana, from Princess and the Frog.
They have to add all the animals that were in the bayou.
So these are the speculation, that we're gonna have the adorable creators with incredible talent, new and original music. So that's kind of cool. So I learned the other day, and this is true, and I want to give credit where credit is due. I was watching Speculation Sunday for Mando Five Fire and Danny. So you can find Danny as just as Danny. And I didn't know this, and Danny actually I learned it from him. If you notice, Disney doesn't own its own music. They never play the original songs. Have you noticed that? They always do a mix or a new interpretation of the song because
they don't own the rights.
They don't own the rights. So every time that they will play an actual original song, they will have to pay royalty fee because Disney doesn't own the music.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it's true because then you're like, when you think about the fireworks, you're like, oh, that's true. It has been remixed. It has been converted. When you think about a show, it's never the actual song. It has been some remaster or like think about the Lion King show, for example. It has to be sang. It's not something that is the actual
played.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Frozen. There's a reason why they do a sing along now because they move away from playing the original music. So it does make sense they're gonna do new original music alongside favorite tunes from the film. And then he said, "Do you love beignets as much as Louis?" Well, you're in luck because the alluring scent of beignets being prepared for the party will be part of the attraction queue.
They better make beignets then. They better have a stand with beignets.
Additional talent voices from the film reprising their roles, including Bruno Campos as Prince Naveen, Michael Leon as Louis, and the one and only Anika
Noni Rose as Princess
which
Tiana.
It will be Princess Tiana. Familiar faces from the film such as Princess Tiana, Prince Naveen, Mama Ori, Louis, Eldora, Charlotte, Big Daddy, the King and Queen of Maldonia, and Prince Ralphie. So we're going to see them on the ride. So, this is pretty exciting over here. Moving right along, Disney Splash Mountain closing date announced for Disneyland is May 31st. So the last day, it will be May 30th. So now Disneyland got their final date. So I'm assuming, I'm expecting them to get slammed, possibly as how we got slammed over here, but they finally got their date. Then
I think them more than us because they love that ride
probably
more than we did. Like not.
Then I mentioned that the Food and Wine Festival starts in July, and it runs all the way to November 18. My opinion, it is an overrated festival.
That's the worst festival.
For the last few years, it has been the worst festival for food and drinks. You will think that they will devote themselves on pouring themselves out there, creating nothing but the amazingness of culinary art.
Which I don't understand because for the art festival, they go all out.
Right.
And for the festival, the holidays, they go out.
So what's funny is that a lot of the people's favorites last year was fries.
Yes.
You will ask people around and they will tell you, and even content creators will tell you that fries was one of the best things that they tried. So you're going to go for something that is as exclusive of as a Food and Wine and say the fries are the best. That's how bad it is. When it comes
I think the art festival needs to last longer.
I agree.
Because they have to make so much more money with the art festival because they're selling so much art.
Yeah, but the vendor makes that. Well, Disney.
This has got to be making some profit out of it.
The Food and Wine Festival turned me off from Epcot for so long till I saw the art festival. Yeah,
The food and wine festival is really
It's not.
overrated, and people love it, but I don't. We don't get
Completely
it because
overrated.
like the food's not.
Completely overrated.
And
This
for it
is
to
when
last
I
that
love
long,
taking the kids so the kids can actually go at it and tell you, food was
this is
bad.
the worst
This is the
festival.
worst festival ever.
Do we have to go?
I
And
love
then
when
why
they
does it
can.
last so long?
July 22nd.
It lasts
Oh,
all the way to
no,
the art.
I mean, not, it's not. Last year it started after July. I think it was in July 4th. Started last year. But
Still doesn't need to last till November.
Disney World adds bonus reservation for next 7 weekends in a row. That's for annual pass holders. So anything that looks like a star, that there's certain parks that I could select, and it doesn't count against me for reservation, which is kind of cool.
On the weekends.
On
Yeah.
the weekend,
Yeah.
mind you, on the weekends is when I need to make reservation for Magic Kingdom, but if this doesn't send the message across, what else is gonna send it? When they added for 7 consecutive weekends extra reservations, that means that we're not gonna be busy at all.
Good. Well, not good.
At all. Yes, but that just goes to show you. Remember when we were talking about
The parks were not
the
hitting.
parks are not hitting attendance? I've been saying it from the longest. This continues to confirm. Disney begins dismantling Harmonious Barge following removal at Epcot. So
that is a tragedy.
This is what it looks like. So
that's what's coming.
This is what's coming. So this is what is coming to the park as part of the Epcot Forever is playing nightly at Epcot, which is sucks. But a new Disney 100 show will debut later this year. We already said it in September. You guys notice the fountain?
Yeah.
This is what I said. It's leading me to believe that this may be like World of Color.
I hope so.
Because they're adding fountains. That's what they should have done from the get-go. So I don't know what's taking Disney so long. Disney World, this came out today, kicks off halfway to Halloween campaign announcement of Not So Scary Halloween party dates and details likely to come this week. This is not weird to do. This is very common. Disney knows how to market. They are a genius when it comes to that. So, Disney actually released that today. That this week they're gonna surprise us with an announcement. Most likely tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, usually they release dates coming out of events on Tuesday, and then after that we're gonna see the preview of the merchandise possibly on Wednesday, and some of the food. Some of the food, no. Some of the food on Thursday. So they each day, whether if they do it like the last 2 years, each day is something new. So the Monday is the first announcement. On Tuesday, they let us know about making Not So Scary Halloween party on the dates and the selling the tickets. And then on Wednesday, they're gonna do a pre-release on the merchandise, and then Thursday possibly the food. But I don't know Disney.
Halloween treats.
So because they did we're halfway through Halloween, they brought some of people's favorites from last year foodie guide. So these are some of the things that we currently can find right now as of this week. So the Madame Leota chocolate cake, which I tried, I had the pleasure of trying this, and I have a video. It was delicious with my friend Andrea. Then they have these on because they're gonna have it around the resort. So if you're not following Andrea, do so on Disney for Foodies. I haven't talked to her, but I'm sure that she may be going around trying them out again. Available from April 20th to the 23rd. This is where you're gonna be able to find some in here and in Disneyland. So this one is for Pop Century. This is the one that I've tried from Contempo Cafe with Andrea last year, which it was the chocolate cake from Madame Leota. Then they had the Mickey apple, the cupcake. These I never tried. Andrea tried this one. This is the pineapple and I. This one obviously is at
Polynesian or
Polynesian. Or it could be Gasparilla. I don't know. But it's some no Polynesian. Rather, Polynesian. Um, Gideon's is bringing theirs as well.
can we try Gideon's? Gideon's is good.
And
Pumpkin cheesecake
they
snack
are going to
cakes.
have something new. So it's going to be the
At
pumpkin.
Gideon's?
Yeah.
We need to go to Gideon's.
Most likely, if they say new, it's a preview for October. So they're going to basically release it, and then you're going to try, right? And then they're going to bring it back for August. That's exactly what they did in last year.
If you go to Disney Springs and you haven't had a Gideon's cookie, you need to have a Gideon's cookie.
So they're gonna have these pumpkin cheesecake snack cakes. It's brand new, and Barnabas. I cannot even say that.
Mephistopheleto.
So some kind of merchandise, a temporary tattoo. So that's new. In the marketplace, snacks. They're gonna have Jack the Skeleton. We saw it. We never tried it, but we saw it last year.
It's a lot of food.
Mm-hmm. Then you're gonna be able to find that. And there's another foodie guy that actually came out also for Disneyland as well. So there you have it. All of this the majority came last year. So this is typical for this week. Let me see if something new came out. Nothing new.
Nothing new.
Okay, so if you're planning to do reservations, it's not gonna work tonight. Nothing new. All right, people. So they have a bunch of news. Some good, some
Not so good.
not so good as usual. I'm expecting Halloween Horror Nights to drop off something soon. Either it may not be Universal, but I'm hoping they do
Speculation.
a new speculation map or something speculated. I'm expecting some construction to start for Horror Nights now, simply because we're done with Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
So I could expect construction happening soon, starting to happen soon for Horror Nights. So we're gonna keep our eye out for that, and of course we're gonna keep you posted. Wednesday we have a video from Hollywood Studios, so we're gonna give you a merchandise update on Hollywood Studio. My knee hurts.
I was like,
from Hollywood Studio. Yeah, it hurts. It's swollen. See,
looks like a
piece
of ham.
So, Kyla and I did an update on merchandise for Star Wars. So that's coming on Wednesday. We do have a video that we posted yesterday, our last cruise video. I know it hurt me to just edit it because I didn't have anything else to look forward to. In Friday or Saturday, we're gonna be in Animal Kingdom. I don't know which day yet, but either or, we're gonna be bringing you some of the celebration of the 25th year anniversary. So we're gonna do some Animal Kingdom. You're not heartbroken for all that.
Oh man, we gotta go to Animal Kingdom.
So stay tuned in our socials, either for either Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, because there's more news coming, especially for this Halloween announcement. If you care about making us a scary Halloween, we're gonna keep you updated.
We're gearing up to the busy season.
If something else break, big news, then I may post a video, but we'll see. But Halloween season is coming, people. It's not even May, and they geared up so far. So anyway, Mary, have a good night. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us. We love you. We appreciate you for spending time with us, and then we'll catch you in the next one. Hopefully, we may be able to squeeze another live stream.
Yeah, I'm hoping
sometime this week. We'll see.
Yeah.
We love you guys. Take care.
Bye. Love you. Thank you. Bye.